Hi guys, so today I'm going to be telling you 5 tips for living with chronic fatigue syndrome. So I thought I would start by saying that this isn't a cure. I've watched lots of videos on cures and I've found that they haven't worked. So this is more about managing and things that will actually make a difference. So I hope you find it useful. Now, the first tip I found that really helps is to have your most energy exhausting activities at the end of the day. So for me, this is things like showering. I will do it at the end of the day so that if I'm exhausted afterwards, I can just go to sleep and then the rest of my day isn't interrupted by it. So that's quite an easy tip, but you can apply it to anything that it's relevant to in your life. For you, this could mean preparing your meals at the end of the day and then storing them in a freezer so that you've got them for the rest of the week. So just try, if you can, to save your most energy exhausting activities for the end of the day so that afterwards you can just fall into a nice deep sleep and then recover straight away. You're not having to drag your exhausted self through the day if you've done them earlier. So there's that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is to do with pacing. Now, what I will say is that everything, or pretty much everything that's been told to me about pacing hasn't helped. What a lot of doctors or medical professionals will tell you is that you shouldn't boom and bust. What they mean by that is don't do loads on your good days and really nothing at all on your bad days. But for me, the problem was that I wasn't really having any good days, and so it didn't really work. So what I've done now is I've applied the boom and bust theory to my individual days, and I'm finding that helpful. So how I do it is that I never spend too long on one activity. So if I'm writing or editing a video, I will only do that for a little while and then I'll switch the activity up. And the reason this helps is that you'll be exercising different parts of your body, so switch it up. Even watching TV can become a mentally exhausting activity. So even though it may seem like tidying your room takes more energy than watching TV, you're engaging a different part of your body, and I find that that helps. Tip number 3 is don't set yourself up to fail. Now, what I mean by this is that for me, say for example, I don't get much sleep the night before, then I'll wake up and I'll think, well, today's not going to be a good day, I'm going to be even lower on energy, I might not be able to do anything, I might cancel my plans. But that's not actually true. Just because I've got less sleep doesn't mean that I won't be able to do anything. It doesn't mean it's going to be a bad day. On this day I could have more energy because this condition is variable. It often makes no sense. And so by telling yourself, okay, I didn't get a lot of sleep, so it's going to be a bad day, it often will be. It's not just that it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, but your body and your mind are very much interlinked, and so it's not going to be the cause of your problem, but it definitely can make it worse. So just try to go into each new day thinking it of just that. It's a new day, a clean slate, anything can happen. Even if you've just had 500 bad days, this day could be different. It honestly could be. For a lot of people that happens. Even for me, I'll have months of bad days and then suddenly, out of the blue, I will have a good day. So you need to be ready for that. You need to almost grab it by the horns, prepare for every day as though it's going to be a good one, and then you'll get the most out of it. Tip number 4 is to allow yourself breaks, preferably before you need them. You have this condition, your energy levels are different than people around you, you need breaks, that's okay, okay? That's all it comes down to. It doesn't make you lazy or worse, it's just different. It's just because you've got this condition. So if you can, try to set yourself breaks. For some people they may need half an hour, for some 2 hours, 4 hours. Set yourself the breaks you need. Don't feel like you're failing by doing so. So try not to see these breaks as wasting time. It's not what it's going to do. It's just going to mean that when you're not on a break, you'll be working so much more efficiently. And by working, I don't necessarily mean going to work. A lot of us can't do that. but your time will be so much more efficient if you do that, and also you'll feel better. Feeling exhausted, nauseous, sick, dizzy, everything that comes with it is not worth it. Just allow yourself those breaks. And lastly is tip number 5. For this one, I would recommend you to take a multivitamin or a B complex vitamins, because they can really boost your energy. And now I just want to be clear, I'm not saying vitamin or mineral deficiencies are what's causing your CFS. I'm not trying to undermine it at all. And so yeah, I'm not saying it's the cause, but if you are deficient in any of those areas, or not even deficient, just a bit low or borderline, then by boosting those vitamin levels, it can only be a good thing. We need all of the energy that we can get. And since there are vitamins that are known to be energy boosting, especially the B vitamins, so you can get B complex vitamin tablets, I think it's worth taking. Just try and get all of the energy that you can. Vitamins are not medication, so they're not going to be bad for you long term. They can only really do your body good, so it's worth being open to things like that. You could even go to the doctors and get yourself tested just to see if you're deficient in any areas, or if any areas are more on the low side. But really, a multivitamin will have all of those things in it. So if you're looking for just one vitamin to take, I would suggest a multivitamin. You can get ones tailored to your gender. There's normally a men's and a women's, so get whichever one you are, and that should really help. So like I said, none of these are cures. I wish I could give you a cure, but I haven't found it. We might find it one day, but I haven't found it yet. If you have any tips for me, please leave them below. I hope this helped. Remember to share this with someone you think it might help as well, or like this video if you liked it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!